G'day there guys, Specky K here. Just going to run you through a hot lap around Road Atlanta in the Porsche 992s for the season finale, round 8. Alright, so let's get to it. This is a replay file from my quickest lap so far, in mid-22. So let's start up the replay. Let's just down my volume from my speakers. Okay. Pretty much third gear. Use all the track all the way to the left, get a little bit on that curb, and then avoid that inside curb there. Otherwise, you'll get a little bit unstable and you'll lose the speed at the end of this pit straight. Now, braking. Want to brake hard initially, but not too hard to engage or over-engage the ABS. Braking at around here, so that orange marker on the left pit lane. So you want to be braking here, down into 4th. Want to get on that curb a little bit or not, experiment with it. These curbs are pretty slippery in general on this track, so if you can avoid curbs on high speed corners where you really need to keep that momentum, it's advised to just tap them a little bit or get your tyre just on that track limit line. So down into 4th, full power again. Let's actually bring up the pedal telemetry. Pedals, where are they? Pedals, here we go. All right, let's put the pedals right there. All right. Now up here, as soon as you see the VP sign, you want to start turning in. You want to get right on that track limit line or straight line the car over this curb. And as soon as you're about halfway on it, start to brake quite aggressively for the next right-hander. You want to be very aggressive with this curb here. So down into 3rd. Get the car right over that curb. Really maximize it. Track limits are pretty much, you got the white line, which is the track limit when there's no curbing. Track limits are the curbs on corners. So you can pretty much have 2 wheels on the grass as long as you got 2 wheels on the curb itself. So got a little bit unsettled out of that corner. Definitely make up a 10th there. Then you want to get straight down on the power again. Hug that corner. Try not to touch the curb too much. You want to aim for the outside curb here to widen your line up for the next right-hander. So a little bit on there. Not too much though. And then with these 3 curbs, 1, 2, 3, you want to be somewhat aggressive, but don't get the car, don't get the on this first curb, the right-hand tires over the curb. Otherwise, you might launch your car and roll it. Got pretty close to it on some previous laps. Definitely doable, but if you are too aggressive with these curbs, you will lose speed and it will just make the car super unstable. So a little bit on there, a little bit on there, a little bit on there. You do want to, as soon as you're approaching this last curb, or the right-hander before the sharper left, you really want to try straighten the car up and then on the brake. So pretty much if you can start braking parallel to this section of the curb here, you're going to be able to pull it up a lot quicker, more control into this more difficult uphill left-hander. So brake hard. Want to be somewhat aggressive with this curb, not too aggressive. Make sure you don't go over the curb again. You want to shift down into fourth and keep it in fourth. So you've got lower revs, easier to keep that traction modulating the throttle. So as you can see, pretty much full throttle at this part. So we've got, so starting to get on the throttle near the end of the curb, and then it's pretty much just, here we go, kind of get a feel for it, feel like I got a bit more traction, planted in fourth. You're going to get minimal wheel spin. Be prepared for it to get a little bit tail happy as soon as you go on the curb, but keep that foot planted and try to straighten the car up. The next corner you want to shift down into fourth. Get as close to the curb as possible. Don't touch it so it doesn't unsettle the car. Straight back on the gas. Down into second. Once again, don't be too aggressive with the curb there. If you want to be more aggressive with the inside curb, make sure you take a little bit more of a wider line in. You want to probably start to really hug the outside here. Bit of a wider line. Get forward a bit. So wider line, so you're pretty much going to be pointing in that direction. And then you want to really use the exit curbing. But for this lap here, seemed like I had pretty good pace. Not really getting on these curbs too much. But yeah, definitely a few different lines into this corner. So straight on the throttle, 100%. Shifting on the shift light, the blue shift light. The next corner, want to be braking around the 200, probably 175 mark. So 200, boom. Full brake power. Starting to ease off a little bit at the 100 meter mark. Kind of just feeling that ABS engaging, watching that activity light. Down into third. I was trying second for a little while, but that was just losing me a little bit more time. So lower revs, once again, easier to get that power down and be super aggressive with this first curve. Keeping it in third, getting that rotation, and then using all of the exit curb here. Just be careful you don't go over. Bit of a spoon drain there, that'll just ruin your lap. So that pedal planted. Use as much of the width of the track here so you can keep a wider line, more speed. And that's a lap around Road Atlanta. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Get a bit more pace, and I'll see you on Friday night. Take it easy.